Sante aslo, and welcome to a showcase of numbers and numeral systems in my constructed language, Rath Kjumo. If you haven't seen it already, you can see a short overview of the language itself here. For much of the history of the peninsula, the peoples inhabiting it used a system of counting in fives, which in Rath Kjumo is known as Xjas or Xjas. In the hand count, you count shal, thi, gom, me, and pia, then shapia, thipia, compia, mepia, and pithi. This continues until mepia me, which is followed by yon. 5 yon are kimpia, 5 kimpia are shinen. To express 5 shinen, you simply say shinenpia, 25 shinen is shinen yon, so on and so forth until you end up stacking shinens forever. The hand count system began to slowly be eroded by contact and trade with neighboring cultures, many of which used the more arithmetically convenient base 10. Among merchants, and especially among mathematicians, a number of parallel systems came into use, the dominant one being known as the Xjas. This began to spread across the traders, into markets, and to the common people. The modern common 10 count is counted as shao, thi, kom, me, pia, then tle, ra, ye, hai, pithi, then shachi, thichi, konchi, me, chi, pekon. 20 is pime, 30 is chikon, 40 is chime, 50 is yonthi, 100 is yomme, 200 is chimathithi, 1000 is chimakon, 1 million is chimahra, and so on. Many of the multiples of 5 and the multiples of the powers of 5 retain their old hand count names in the common 10 count. Among merchants, clerks, and mathematicians, these exception numbers aren't used in favor of words that are more logical to the system, which are called the exceptionless 10 count. A major drawback of the 10 count is that powers of 10 are called powers of 10. This can lead to large numbers being very unwieldy to say. For example, the number 6483 should properly be spoken as konchie chima thime chima kontle. There are 2 solutions used in the common 10 count for this. One is to say these large numbers as many pairs of 10s, so 6483 is broken down into konchie mechitle. Another solution is to use colloquial names of the powers of 10, but this is much less common and varies between regions. In current life, the system used most often is by far the common 10 count, with the exceptionless 10 count being used in fields which require the use of more mathematics. All numbers are transcribed as they are spoken and don't use positional notation. However, tables like this are commonly used with the exceptionless 10 count for convenience. The original hand count system continues to be strictly used by the religious order. As a result of this, date keeping, which is handled by priests, still exclusively uses the hand count. For example, the 8th month, Tukompacha, derives its name from 3 and 5 rather than 8. In addition to this, some leftover words from contractions of the old hand count are still used. A household of people are still called a shoyon, even if 25-person homes are a rare sight nowadays, and shinen has changed its meaning into a stand-in for an unspecified large number. I'm honestly not quite sure how to conclude this video. The Conlang video before this gained much more traction than I expected it to, and I don't think it's a secret that the majority of this channel's following is interested in content related to conlanging and world building, something which I've still been working on behind the scenes, so I'd be curious to know exactly what stuff about my world or languages people would like to see more of. Ntemponna.